Anyone else watch the 2025 Grammys and was like, well, I didn't expect that. Hey babes, it's Tuller Time Music Box. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here,
hey sexy, how are you?
We're gonna be talking about the Grammys 2025, the 67th annual bitch, whatever the f you wanna call it. In this video specifically, we're going to be ranking the performances at the Grammys. There's a lot of tea in the Grammys this year. I've seen so much online banter between people like who should have won the awards, who should have got this, drunk Taylor moments, you know, we gotta highlight those. Like, also, before we get into this video, what are you doing, bitch? Hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, or don't. Before we get into the tier ranking, I do want to talk about a few of my favorite moments from the Grammys, girls. It started off, you know, we're seeing where everybody's sitting at the Grammys. Where the hell's Beyonce? Beyonce is not present, ma'am.
Where the fuck are you?
I was like, is Miss B not about to show up to the award show? Like, I was actually like shitting myself. I was like, what if she wins an award and she's not here? Now, I knew Miss Ariana wasn't gonna win an award, so I wasn't surprised she wasn't there because the Grammys gives her no eternal sunshine, that's for sure. Then the comment that the host, Trevor Noah, made about Beyonce not being there, I was like, it was like dead silent when he made that comment, and I was like, is it too late now to say sorry? Let me just sip my wine, bitch. Let me just sip my wine. Then Miss Cynthia Erica, I didn't even know she was gonna be at the Grammys. I was like, pop off, bitch. Like, yes, love to see that. We love a little Weeknd moment. I need to get more into my musical theater bag 100%, but I have been listening down to the Weeknd soundtrack. Like, my ass is full and Weeknd, that's for sure. But Miss Cynthia couldn't find her seat. She literally couldn't find her seat. She didn't know where to sit. And Taylor Swift was like, well, that's fine. You can sit with me, bitch. You can sit with me, I'll share my seat. You need a seat, I'll volunteer per Billie Eilish, but instead it was Taylor Swift who volunteered. This is getting a little funny, like this is getting a little funny. So many people were talking about how the Grammys were shitty, but I thought there was a lot of good moments that I got from it that made me cackle a little bit, not gonna lie. Another highlight for me was Taylor announcing Best Country Album and Beyonce getting it. I was literally gagged.
I'm not joking, bitch.
The audacity of the Grammys board to put Taylor Swift announcing the award that Beyonce got. And where was Kanye? Oh, he was trifling on the red carpet. That's what he was doing, uninvited as well. Another iconic moment for me was Chappell Roan winning New Artist. I figured she was gonna get it, like I wasn't surprised at all, but then her speech, she said,
hello?
We're here for y'all record labels, but are y'all here for us? I don't know if they are, bitch. I don't know if they are. I actually don't know if they are. The LGBT in me was proud, bitch.
People say I'm jealous, but my kink is watching you.
Another iconic moment, whenever Trevor Noah was talking about how the Grammys have like kind of wronged people and stuff like that with awards in the past. Obviously, a lot of people said Beyonce's Lemonade album, which I still haven't heard. I need to react to it. I know. I'm shitty. I'm literally shitty. Call me out. But a lot of people have said Lemonade should have got album of the year. So they were talking about a lot of people who have been wronged by the Grammys. The way the Weeknd boycotted the Grammys, he said, this shit.
This shit is rigged.
I'm not coming anymore. To only have him come perform his new songs from his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I was like 2 glasses of wine in at this point, and I was like, holy shit. Another thing that had me cackling, this was actually before the Grammys even started. I don't know if y'all watched the red carpet, but Janelle Monae, this shit had me laughing my ass off. She grabbed the mic from one of the hosts for the red carpet and one of the interviewers, and she just took it. She literally took it like it was her microphone and just talked for like 3 minutes and literally stole her microphone. And then to make it even more drama, the interviewer tried to grab back the microphone and Janelle Monae was like, I'm not done. Baby, don't make me spell it out for you. Obviously, there's no award show without Drunk Taylor. We all love Drunk Taylor. She's such a vibe, dude. Like, whenever they said something about Kendrick Lamar, like, sweeping, and she did like this with her drunk ass. She's just an icon. What do I say? She keeps it interesting. I love to see that type of energy. Like, if I was at a fucking award show Why is everyone sad? Why are they not shaking their asses? This is the best music of 2024 and y'all are all sat the down. Aggravating. Taylor Swift is doing it right and people need to copy and paste. Another iconic moment that had me up was when Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter hugged. Who is that man? I don't know him. I literally don't know driver's license man anymore, bitch. I literally don't know Skin anymore. I literally don't know Because I Like the Boy man. Like, that had me fucking sad. I was like, finally, can we work it out on the remix per Charli XCX? Because I really need to see y'all collab. Lady Gaga standing the up, as well as Alicia Keys. Like, they both stood up, talking about diversity, obviously trans people. I was like, somebody need to say it louder in the back. Happy and proud of them for standing up with their platforms. It's really scary, especially when you're like the opposing ideal that's being ran with, to say things like that. So I really appreciate them standing up and saying something. That's where I'm gonna leave it. I can't say shit about this one because I still have not heard. I'm literally embarrassed at this point. Like, I'm literally embarrassed. I still have not heard Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar or his album. So I can't be mad that he won 5 Grammys because I haven't even heard the song yet. I haven't even heard the goddamn diss track yet. I will be reacting to it literally after I film this video. I'm getting my ass sat down and I'm reacting to the music video and the song. Obviously the song's great if he won 5 Grammys. Like, I'm not gonna debate that it's a good song, but that being said, 5 Grammys for a diss track? When Birds of a Feather was one of the Song of the Year and Records of the Year options? I have to say, Billie got robbed at the Grammys. Billie Eilish got robbed. I literally shed a tear, bitch. I was actually so surprised. Like, I didn't even think that was really like a debatable topic. Like, I 100% was like, oh, she's gonna get a Grammy for that song. Like, I wasn't even like questioning that. And when she didn't get one, and she won't bring me down. Also, Album of the Year. I'm not really gonna touch on this one that much. I've seen so many debates about who should have got Album of the Year. And in my opinion, all the albums were good in different ways. I think my favorite personally was Hit Me Hard and Soft from Billie Eilish. I think Cowboy Carter is an incredible album and there are a lot of good songs on that album. So I'm not mad at all that she got it. I feel like it was a really rough year, full of competition. I loved Short and Sweet as well. I loved Brad. Like, I loved all the albums. Like, they were all good. And like, you know that meme where like it's like the Spider-Man and he's like pointing at everybody? Like, it's like, who's gonna get it? Because all the albums were good. Honestly, that scene in Mean Girls when she's like, you get some, and like she's like breaking off the crown. Like, that's kind of how I felt about the Album of the Year Grammys. Like, everyone was so good. Like, if I could break that shit, I would have broke off pieces and just given it to them all, because they all were incredible albums that were so impactful and had like cultural moments in 2024. Without further ado, we talked about the drama, we talked about the chaos. We're gonna get into the rankings. Before I say this, y'all, this video is my opinion.
That's my opinion!
This is just my personal preference, and something that I strongly critique these performances on, in my opinion, is if it was visually interesting. So like, if someone just got up there and sang, even if they sounded great, I still might not give them the top category just because like the visuals and the overall performance like didn't wow me. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, bitch. I don't know if it does, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into the rankings. Let's go. So, these are the categories, bitch. Obviously, at the bottom tier, we have Next. That's like, I didn't want to watch this anymore. I scrolled on TikTok because I got bored. Then we have Underwhelmed. That was kind of like, I kind of expected a little bit more from the performance, but like, I wasn't like scrolling on TikTok while I was watching it, if that makes sense. As She Should. As She Should was just like, it was good, and that's what I expected. Ain't No Crumbs. Ain't No Crumbs is like, the stage was hot. The stage was hot, I was hot, and I felt that shit. The stage was swept. And then lastly, we have Broke My Scale, So Full. This is like, I actually like, I feel like I needed to stop watching because I actually was like, holy shit, this is so good. Like, am I actually watching this right now? Like, am I actually watching this? I will eat good off of this performance for a few months and I'm gonna keep coming back to get full off of it type energy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into the first act. This act was lots of different people. We had Sheryl Crow, Brittany Howard, St. Vincent, Taylor and Griffin Goldsmith from the band Dawes, Brad Paisley, and John Legend. These were all the opening act. Lots of these people are really iconic. I don't actually know them all, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I know Sheryl Crow, wanna soak up the sun, and then that song, I've thought about you for a long time. John Legend, all of me loves all of you. I honestly not too familiar with these people. I feel like they're maybe some generations ahead of me, so I didn't really get on their music. That being said, also before I even rank these people, everyone sounded incredible. No one sounded bad. This is the Grammys. If you're at the Grammys, you can sing. You're talented. There's no denying that. It wasn't my favorite performance for sure. I think they're all incredibly talented, but for an opening act, I would have liked to see like some more visuals and things like that. Like, I feel like it's an iconic set of people that are getting together and collabing. I don't know. I was a little underwhelmed. Like, what do you want me to lie on this video, or do you want me to be honest? So I'm gonna have to put it in the underwhelmed category. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest on this video. Like I said, none of these people are bad. They're all incredible. After that opening act, we had Billie Eilish. Now, she sang Birds of a Feather with Phineas. I love how they always get on stage together. It's such a cute, iconic moment. That being said, she sounded incredible. I was like wanting a tiny bit more, so I'm gonna put her in 8 no crumbs because I think she sounded incredible. Her vocal abilities are insane, but I don't know, like, I wasn't so full that I would be going back to watch that performance, if that makes sense, but like I really loved it and I thought she ate it up. She ate it up. She sounded great. No notes. We have Sabrina Carpenter next. Y'all already f***ing know she broke my scale and I'm so full. Y'all already f***ing know, because who the hell let her go off like that? Who the hell let her go off like that? I thought her VMAs performance was good with the whole like space theme. Bitch, this was iconic. She literally comes out, she's a performer. She embodies to me like what a performer is. How she tap danced. Okay, bitch, in like heels, go the fuck off. Literally go off. I'm not talented. I'm nothing. And I loved how they picked her up and spun her around and she was just shouting. And obviously she sang live. Mike was one, of course. I love whenever she was like going down the stairs and like it just like she disappeared and then she like popped back up. Just honestly such an entertaining performance to watch. Thoroughly impressed. She was working the stage and she sounded great and the visuals were insane. Honestly, probably my favorite performance of the night, if I'm gonna be honest. Next up we have Chappell Roan. Girl, she was riding that pink pony. She was riding that My Little Pony on stage. Girl, that was iconic as f***. I was not expecting the My Little Pony to be out, but she was. I loved how she was like crawling on the stage. Something that really impressed me was when she was doing like the head thing, like where she flipped her hair and the guitar was like coming down, and they had to like time that perfectly, because if not, if they didn't time that shit perfectly, literally Chappell Roan would have got like busted in the head with the guitar. So I thought that was super impressive during the guitar solo. That was super cool. Chappell Roan's vocal talent just gets more insane. Like every performance I watch, she sounds better and better. The visuals always eat as well. I love how everyone was a clown. Like they were all just clowns at this Grammys award show. Guys, what do y'all want me to do? It's broke my scale so full. I'm so sorry. I do not know how to pronounce this band's name. I feel like it's like khrugabin? Now, the audacity of the Grammys. The Grammys said, we're gonna go to commercial break. And then they were literally performing when the commercial was done. I never heard of this band before. I wasn't super into their performance. So I'm gonna have to do underwhelmed, unfortunately, for this one. Because I didn't see enough. And I didn't hear enough. And I don't even really remember it, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Alright, next up we have Bensen Boone. I see like really polarizing opinions on this man online. Like some people are like, he is so aggravating, I hate him. Other people are like, I'm obsessed with him, he's so hot, he's daddy. So I'm like really confused as to the opinions internet on Bensen Boone. Like I feel like there's just such different opinions. I like Bensen Boone. I think he's an incredible songwriter and I think he has incredible vocal abilities. I'm not really sure why people don't like him. I think that Beautiful Things song was so overplayed on the radio and maybe people are just like aggravated with it. I'm not really sure. It's not my favorite song also of his. Like his album, Fireworks and Rollerblades, has so many good songs on it and it's beautiful. Like I love the songwriting on that album. Also what the Grammys did with the new artist category, I loved that. That was such a cool little melody of performances that they did and it was super entertaining. Loved when he ripped off his like like jackets and stuff, and he had like this sexy like little blue outfit on. It was so cutie. It was funny that they put him sitting next to Harry Styles too. Like, I thought that was interesting. Obviously he sounded really good. I mean, this man is doing flips on stage. He's really giving the most out here. I mean, I was impressed. Like, I liked his performance. Like, I think he ate and left no crumbs, and that's what I expected from Benson Boone. Like, I expect him to do flips. I expect him to sound good. All right, next up we have Doechii. Now, I haven't listened to Doechii's album yet. Alligator Bites Never Heal. That being said,
I would like to see it.
bitch, the fucking performance that this Doechii woman gave, she had me up. No wonder she got Rap Album of the Year. I loved the sound of her music as well. Like, I had never heard it before, so obviously when I haven't heard something, I have like a harder opinion on it, I guess you can say, because it's my first time hearing it. So I'm just like literally reacting to Doechii at this point because it was my first impression of her. I was blown away. Like, I love the sound of her rap style. It's like 90s, and it's just, I don't know, it's like different than what a lot of the girls are doing right now. Also, her performance was hot. She ripped off the coats and she had that cute ass fit underneath. I loved all like the dancers brought the energy. I also loved whenever she like fell backwards and like they caught her and she was literally singing upside down. Like, she was literally singing upside down, dude. And then like all the hands like doing like that, like it was like a strobe light. Like, it was insane. I loved her performance. I want to listen to her music, y'all. But y'all, I loved it. I want to go back and watch that performance. Like, it was literally so good. Next up we have Teddy Swims. This man, there's no denying that this man can sing. Like, I am thoroughly impressed with his vocal abilities. I've heard that Lose Control song so many goddamn times on the radio. I don't actually know any of his other songs. I probably should look into that because I'm sure they're also very good. If he's anything like Benson Boone, like, it's just that one song that took off, you know, like Beautiful Things. But I bet he has a lot of other songs that are probably really incredible. He was just singing, he was getting it, he was doing his thing. I mean, that's like as she should, you know, like that's really what I expected from Teddy Swims. He also performed at the VMAs, and like that's literally what I expected. So he ate up the stage with his voice, and he sounded good. Next up we have Shaboozey. I just learned who Shaboozey is maybe a few weeks ago. He sings that song, something about in the bar getting tipsy. I don't really like country music, to be honest, that much. There's a few country songs that I like. Not really a song I care for, the bar tipsy song. Kind of like Texas Hold'em Beyonce. I don't really like those sounds of like where it's like in the bar type country stuff. It's not like my favorites, but I thought he sounded good. I mean, he had the energy on stage, you know, he put in some work into his performance. I had no idea what to expect really, but I feel like honestly, like that's what I would have expected from him. So we're gonna put him in as she should as well. Next up we have Raye. Y'all have been up my asshole, literally up my asshole to react to Raye on this channel. And to that I say, yeah, like I need to get on it. I know, I have notes. I have video suggestions in my little notes app on my iPhone. Trust me, she's up in there. Now, I know I said previously it matters about the performance, like what they're doing, like the visuals, etc., all that shit. But I lied. I fucking actually lied, bitch. I actually lied. She broke my scale and I'm so full.
Did I fucking
I didn't know Raye could sing like that. Like, I genuinely had no idea that Raye was that talented. Like, I knew she was a great songwriter. I knew she wrote on that song for Beyonce that I really liked when I reacted to Cowboy Carter, Bounce on the Shit and Dance. I only literally know one of her songs. It's something like, something if you care to listen, like, I don't know the words. I'm so sorry, but she sounded so fucking good. Like, I actually was stunned. I need to go watch it again, bitch. I need to go watch it again. I actually just need to, like, tap into her discography. I don't know if I'll survive, though. I actually don't know if I'll survive. I might pass away. Next up, we have Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Now, y'all are so mean on Twitter. Y'all are literally so mean on Twitter. X, whatever the this app is called now. I don't care. It's Twitter to me. But y'all are so mean on Twitter. Like, people were like, wow, I wanted y'all to die with a smile. And the haters calm down for 1 second. For 1 second, bro. Like, they literally were singing a song about the fires in LA. And people were like, that was dumb. And I was like, I thought they sounded incredible. Particularly Bruno on this one. Like, love Lady Gaga. But Bruno fucking ate up the stage, honestly. Like, he sounded super good. And I thought it was like a really heartfelt moment for like what was happening with the fires and like the whole Grammys. I mean, goddamn, the amount of times they said donate, you know? yeah, I thought it was a really good performance. I'm gonna put it in 8 no crumbs because, like, they ate up the stage, period. Next up, we have the f***ing Weeknd, y'all. Not gonna lie, I'm whipped for the Weeknd right now. Like, I'm whipped. Like, I reacted to his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow, and I'm so f***ing obsessed, dude. Like, that's all I've been listening to. It's been on f***ing repeat. I've never really gotten into the Weeknd's discography. I've only heard, like, his really popular singles. I'm sad for this man. I will be tapping into more of his albums because I'm obsessed. Iconic what happened with the Grammys. Was not expecting the Weeknd to perform at all. I loved the red hands coming out of the like stage. Like, it looked like they were trying to devour him, like the demons were trying to get him. Since I've also never seen any visuals for this era, really, besides the music video Timeless, girl, he broke my scale so full. Next up, we have Miss Cynthia Erica, another incredible vocalist of this generation. Honestly, like, watching the Wicked movie and seeing her perform only further solidifies that she's gonna be one of the best vocalists of this time. She effortlessly hits notes. She effortlessly sings. Like, it literally seems like it's just a part of her nature. Like, she does not have to try. So, like, what do you want me to do? I have to put it in the broke my scale so full category. Like, I have to. I feel like I'm gonna get roasted for this video, but it's okay. I don't eat roast because I'm vegan. So Lainey Wilson, I have no idea. Like, I know she's a country singer, but I have no idea. Like, I couldn't tell you a single song this woman sings. I'm ill-informed on her. I don't have much to say about her or her music. I feel like it was a really tough battle for her to follow up Cynthia Erica. Like, I thought that was, like, extremely difficult to follow up. And like I said, I'm not a big country fan, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to put it in the underwhelmed. But I'm sure she's a great person, and I'm sure she has great songs. There's no denying any of these people are talented. Once again, they're all at the Grammys.
What is this feeling so sudden and new?
Next up, we have Stevie Wonder. Now, this one was complicated for me to rank. I actually loved how he was going off on his little harmonica thing. Like, he was whatever that instrument he was playing, like, he was getting it. Instrumental went hard for me, and for that I would put him in Ain't No Crumbs. But I wasn't as much as into his, like, singing, to be honest, but I really liked that instrumental that he was doing. I'm gonna put him in She Should. Next up, we have Janelle Monae. Baby, don't make me spell it out for you. Pink like the dee-dee-dee. Baby. I love the song that she covered. I love Michael Jackson's music. It would be fun to do a revisit in the future on the channel and listen to some of his songs. I thought she was good. I loved how she threw the jacket and Taylor Swift caught it. But I don't know, like, the performance was, like, okay for me. Like, it wasn't my favorite either. I don't know, I'm having a really hard time ranking this one because, like, it was just, like, hard because it's like I have such a bias because I love the original Michael Jackson song. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in As She Should. I don't know if I like where that one's at. I actually don't know if I like where that one's at. This is really hard to do also, y'all. Like, they're all so talented. Like, they all really are incredible. So it's really hard for me to rank these people. Chris Martin. I know he did, like, the tribute to, like, the fallen vocalists, singers, musicians, etc. The way they started with Liam Payne, y'all. I think everyone shed a tear for that. He sounds great. He's the singer from Coldplay, if you didn't know. It was a really sad moment. I would just say, like, As She Should, because, like, it's kind of like what I would have expected from Chris Martin to do. I mean, that was kind of like the perfect person to actually do, like, that part of the Grammys. Next up, we have Shakira. What was she doing with her body? Literally, what was she doing with her body on stage? Her stomach was possessed. Her stomach is literally f***ing possessed, dude. Like, how does she do that with her stomach? Someone tell me now. This is what I mean when, like, I like when people perform. She ate and left no crumbs. Miss Charli XCX. Girl, this girl, she knows what a party is. She knows how to serve. She knows how to serve brat. And she does it every time. This was actually iconic. I actually loved the lip sync intro. I know I'm contradicting myself, but bite your tongue real quick, bite your tongue real quick. It was iconic because it gave Brat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave Brat, like, how she was in the alley and lip singing. Like, that did give Brat to me, personally. At least I think she was. I'm not actually sure if she was. That was just, like, what I thought. But I could be wrong as well. Maybe she was using, like, the vocalizer there too, but it looked a little lip singing, but I liked it because it gave Brat. The stage was insane. And then that lost man on fucking stage, who I believe is her producer, I think, he was just on stage looking lost as hell with all these people who are like all over each other, like doing the most. I was really, really hoping though that whenever she started singing Guess that Billie Eilish was gonna walk on stage and start singing, but she didn't do that. And that kind of disappointed me a little bit low-key. Like, I low-key thought Billie Eilish was about to hop on stage and say guess the color of her underwear, and she didn't. She didn't, so that made me a little bit upset, especially since she was there. Like, that could have been such a good collab for them to do together. I want to put it in Broke My Scale so full because I was so fed, but I also like did need the Billie Eilish collab. I did need her to come on stage and guess the color of my underwear. So I feel like I have to put it in Ain't No Crumbs for that reason alone. This is the final ranking. I'm sure a lot of people won't agree with my ranking. That's totally fine. Respectfully, please tell me down below if I ranked someone and you didn't like where they were, like where you would have ranked them. If you made it to the end of the video, as always, you're sexy and beautiful. Of course, subscribe if you want, or if you don't, that's fine too. Thanks for watching the video, and I'm gonna see y'all soon with some more reactions and music related content. But until then, hope that y'all have a lovely day or a beautiful night, and I'll see y'all soon with those videos. Later, babes.